What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Phillip Richards here in MLB 13 Road to the Show. He's got a vacuum glove out there at shortstop. I still make some mistakes at shortstop, letting balls go through me. I think that's just skill, because there's a lot of times where I get in front of a ball like that one, and it'll just like bounce off my glove or something. So I think I have to get more fielding training points into there, and we'll be able to stop all that stuff. But my arm strength is good enough now I can get over to first base pretty good. The only thing I need to work on really with my arm strength is for those double play balls when I'm throwing from second to first. A lot of times my arm strength just isn't enough to beat that guy at first base, and I think a lot of that will come with one, training points, and two, just playing the position a little bit more than I have. But there you can see the my stats so far in Double A. Not tearing the ball or cover off the ball, but doing okay, good enough. Look at that, 10 stolen bases, pretty nice. Tomorrow I should get up a Ken Griffey Jr. video, or Ken Griffey the third, or Ken Griffey the senior, whatever you want to call him. I still haven't really decided exactly how it's going to be. I'm just calling him Ken Griffey for now. We might make him Ken Griffey the third, just because a lot of people are like, oh, he should be on the Mariners, he should be number 24, yada, yada, yada. It's more just in tribute to Ken Griffey Jr., not necessarily Ken Griffey Jr. the remake. So we'll just have fun with it and see where it goes. Also, for you guys that have been asking, next week I should get more into a routine and get back to posting some of the other stuff as well. Like I know a lot of you guys have missed the NBA 2K13 series with KB. That should be coming back next week at some point. We're still in the playoffs with him, so a lot of good stuff coming up with that. So far, I'm really liking MLB 13, the show. I have made it to the majors with one of my guys. I'm not going to spoil it for you. And it is definitely more difficult to hit, which is good. That's what I was hoping for. So for you guys that are just tearing the cover off the ball in Double A and Triple A, it does seem to get a little bit harder in MLB. So maybe all the talk about the first pitch meatball and the ease of hitting can go out the window, because it definitely is more difficult once you get to the MLB. You don't get that first pitch strike like you do almost every time in Double A, and then you see it quite a bit still, even in Triple A. And this was a hit that I wanted to show. This kind of hit would never happen in MLB 12, the show, with that bloop single like over the third baseman's head or the second baseman's head. Almost always those would get caught, and this year finally there is such thing as a bloop single. It's something that I've always wanted. It's like you see those things happen all the time, where it's right in between where the shortstop can get and the and your right or your left fielder, it's like right into a spot where they can't get to. And I'm really glad that they added that in, because this is the first year that I can ever remember that that you can actually get a bloop single where it just flares over somebody's head. I think that's fantastic. It's great for the series. It makes it even more realistic than it already was. They've also seemed to tone down the amount of whatever they called, where you get a double. Why can I not think of this? But they've toned it down where the ball doesn't bounce nearly as high as it used to. Ground rule double, there it is. So now you don't see as many ground rule doubles. I have seen a couple, but it hasn't been anything like what it was before. And also here, there's like a little bit of a glitch or bug or something. If you have the home run celebration camera on and Road to the Show, sometimes it'll just get locked in the position, and you don't really get to see your guy move around the bases. So I've since turned that off. There still could be a few home runs that it looks like that camera angle, but I've noticed it happens almost every time with my guy. I've also heard like Big Puma Gaming has said that he's seen the same thing, where if you have the home run celebration camera on, it'll lock into that position where it just sits behind the umpire like that, and you don't actually get to see like your guy run the bases or follow through or anything like that. So I've turned it off, and actually it looks just as good, if not better, now in the way the camera angles are in Road to the Show, that even even without the home run celebration camera on, it still looks really good because it follows your guy around the bases. You can follow the ball out of the park. I really like it, and I like this too, like a little after game interview with the player of the game. I wish you could actually talk and or choose answers for when they ask you stuff like NBA does, but it doesn't. It's just basically them talking about you and your game, and that's it. So still a cool addition. They're starting to get more towards that total immersion into the game, which I really like. I mean, that's the whole point of a My Player Road to the Show type game mode, is that you're playing your guy to feel like you're actually in the game. So I really enjoy when they take the time to add stuff like that. And if you watched episode number 3, towards the very end, you got to see like the player spotlight. I really like that too, and you could see PRich catching balls from fans and autographing them and sending them back out there. So I thought all that kind of stuff just makes the game feel more immersive. So like I said, anytime they can add anything like that, it just makes the game that much better. So really, really digging Road to the Show this year. The additions, in all reality, aren't a ton, but just the way they've made some changes to it makes it feel like a completely new experience every time you step on the field in Road to the Show. And here you can see a pop fly. In the infield, it looks completely different than it does in the outfield, which I don't understand. In the outfield, you basically look up at the ball, so you follow the ball into your glove. And then for whatever reason, when you're in the infield, it does it like it used to, where it puts that kind of circle on the ground and you just run underneath it. Obviously, with the camera angle, you don't really get to see the circle as good, so it gives you that little indicator of which direction you need to, run backwards or run forwards or whatever. But I don't understand why they would make the outfield look up at the ball and the infield it doesn't. So I don't know, maybe that they'll get patched or something, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Infield doesn't see that many pop-ups, and when they do, they're really high pop-ups, so you have plenty of time to get into position. So PRich finally starting to hit his groove, getting some more power numbers here, able to hit jack another home run. I think that's his 3rd for the season, or for the year, and hitting a lot of gap doubles and doubles down the line, using his speed to get to second base. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series and enjoying PRich. He's been really fun to play with, a lot like Willie Mays, so I'm really excited for it, and hopefully you guys are too. And like I said, tomorrow we should have another Ken Griffey video up. All right, talk to you soon. Peace.